Welcome back to The Entrepreneurs on Monocle 24 with me, Sophie Grove. With around 40,000 new users a month, Basekit, a quickly growing website design service, knows a thing or two about how to build a customer base. What's interesting is that most of those new sign-ups are coming from small businesses in developing markets, from South Africa to Brazil to India and Mexico. We spoke with Simon Best, the company's founder, about what's fueling online growth around the world.
We had our own web design and development company, and we were building websites already for small local businesses, and we had a look around at what other tools and software there was available, and we realised that there really wasn't anything that served that real small micro business. It was either too complex, which would take them too long to learn, and they just didn't have the kind of incentive to do that, or it was just too kind of inflexible, too consumery. So we saw a real niche there to create Basekit that would cater to that market.
So explain what Basekit is. It's a step-by-step way of creating
a
websites.
website, exactly. So it's a website builder tool.
And who are you targeting with these?
So again, the kind of real small business. So, we're not going to be powering the BBC website anytime soon. We're talking about the butcher or the builder down the road that, these days needs to have that web presence in order to just kind of spread the word of their business locally.
Do you find that a lot of these small business owners are just kind of, they just don't know where to start when it comes to this kind of tech stuff, and especially website development and mobile and marketing? I mean, they just get so confused and they get so put off by the idea of even starting something like this that...
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the case. And, that's, I guess, part of our mission as well as a company, is to try and kind of alleviate that kind of worry that goes along with all this. There's just so much changing out there at the moment, from using social media to power kind of interest in your business, to using different devices like mobile phones and iPads. So, it can be a very daunting thing to think about for a small business. But I think equally, most small businesses can recognise that, that's the way people are doing things now, is they're Googling businesses, and, they really need to have an online presence.
And tell me how you got funded, and explain what Seed Camp is, because I think it's actually a pretty interesting thing for people who don't know about that.
So Seed Camp is a startup incubator. We kind of turned up for a week and had to pitch our business to hundreds of kind of investors and advisors that were in the tech scene in London and further afield in kind of Europe and Silicon Valley, all kind of converged onto London for the week. And that culminated in one long pitch at the end in front of sort of 50 to 100 investors. So it was a scary experience, but we emerged as winners of that week a couple of years ago. And it really put us on the tech scene map, got us introduced to a massive network of people that have helped us along the way.
And since then, you've been targeting markets in the developing world, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, really across the world, in all sorts of markets. We're seeing a need, even from the UK, there's 50% of businesses that are not online yet. So, this isn't a problem that's just in the countries that are slightly further behind, the likes of the UK. So we're really seeing the need is a global need at the moment.
And looking ahead to, the next year and the years after, besides mobile, do you have any things in store in mind?
So one of the big developments we've got is an app store. So we're kind of taking the Apple concept of being able to sell goods, and we're wrapping that in the context of building a website. So you'll be able to add on features to your website, such as e-commerce and such as ticketing systems that you might use for running your business day to day, and trying to integrate with some of the software that you would use out there already, invoicing software, for example, or shopping software. So as a small business, you'll be able to kind of have a hub, a digital hub, so to speak, not just a website.
If I'm an entrepreneur sitting at home right now, what are the top crucial ideas and pieces of advice would you give to them?
I would say it's a daunting task to get online, but you've got to start somewhere. So I'd say, start reading about it, get yourself a simple website. I think most people will Google a website just to find out a little bit about them. So just having a couple of pages online is a great start. And then just integrate that into your day-to-day business. If you can spend a couple of hours a week working on that, adding new content, adding new features, then, 3 months forward from now, you'll start to have an online presence that's starting to give you business.
That was Simon Best, the founder of website design service Basekit.